Hi all. Jean here. How is everybody doing this fine Tuesday evening? Oh yeah, I have my sage with me today. I think it's just one of the things that really kind of always help me to, you know, bring myself back to myself, I think, when I whiffed a little bit of sage and I smell this beautiful medicine, it always really helps me a lot. And for some reason, I need to, yeah, let me see. Anyways, hopefully that is looking better. I'm going to move my sage because it's saging up this YouTube streets that we are on here. So, how are you and what we are doing here today? I may shout a little bit because I lost I end up losing one of the attachment for my mic. And so now I have to buy myself a new attachment for my mic. I'm just going to move this a little bit out of the way because I'm just loving it so much. And I know you don't mind, right? Because we are here to just sit and chat. So this morning, I got up this morning and I found myself well, actually, I've been doing this for a few mornings now. I would wake up. Sometimes I get right into jumping on to Instagram or something like that. And then I would get off and do what I consider to be a reset. So I would get off and give myself a bit of a reset. And for me, my reset, there we go. That I don't know. I find that this is feeling a little. I'm just going to leave it as it is because if I start to tamper with it, I'm going to just lose myself right here with you guys, and that's not what I want to do today. So, and yeah, see, I'm talking about reset, and I have to reset my phone more than once just because I want to make sure that I'm kind of in the center, but I don't think I am. I still feel like it's a little one-sided, but maybe I'll do continue doing this as we go along. So let's get into it. So for the last couple of mornings, I have been doing this thing what I call a reset. So I really love to have, like I like to take my time in the morning. Really and truly. It's not that I am not a morning person because I wake up if even it's summertime, I wake up, 5:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock. And even now it's winter time here and I still would kind of rise early, but then I'll go back to sleep because it is still dark outside. The temperature is different. I'm not in the Caribbean, so I don't have to get up and start moving right away. So I love having very slow mornings. So when I wake up and I find that I am distracted, whether it's by my phone or my email or whatever it is that I'm distracted with, especially lately, I actually do this thing where I reset myself. I reset my morning. I reset my time. And what I've been doing with that reset is that I would go back and I'm reading the book of Psalms right now. Mind you, this is the first time in my adult life that I'm actually reading a Bible. And you don't have to run away because I say that. And I choose to read the book of Psalms. So this morning, the last couple of mornings when I'm resetting, I go back, I sit down, I read the book of Psalms, and then I give gratitude to the Creator for having me here on this planet at this time in my life at this age, being healthy and well in the world. So I love doing that. However, this morning I got up and I got up and I saw an email come in, an important email that I needed to read, and I read the email. And I got to tell you, never read your email at night. I do not read emails at night because it can throw you off your whole night. If you want to have a good night's sleep, do not read your email at night. Okay? That is a tip for you. So I got up this morning. However, I was reading my email this morning. So I got up this morning and I read my email and I think I just went straight to the worst frustrated place in my system. And I say in my system because this hit me in such a huge frustration that I actually had to, almost regulate my body and my mind and my emotions. So after I read it and I did a little kind of a, like walking around a little bit, I went back and I was like, oh, I'm going to have a reset. So I went back and, I sat down and I read my scripture and I did my prayer. And I mean, I was talking to the creator like I'm talking to you now. It's like, dude, I am frustrated, I just don't know what to do. I feel like screaming but I do know that I need to have this conversation with you. So I did a bit of a reset. Yet I was still kind of, carrying this energy that feels very not good energy. And so I went out for a walk with a friend this morning as well. And that's why I got up even earlier this morning, because my friend was going to meet me at 7:30 to go for a walk. And we went for a walk along the river, and it was so beautiful that I didn't even tell her about my frustration and what was going on until we got back to her home. And I said, oh, I'm just so frustrated today. The walk had helped me a lot. So after I came back from the walk, the other thing I had to do today was go to my group training, physical training with a personal trainer. I do join a group at lunchtime, and this is an in-person group. It's not online, so I had to go, and so while between the time that I came back from my walk and the time that I go to, my training session, I thought, okay, today I'm going to feel stronger. I'm going to just lift some weight and bust out this whole energy thing, right? I got to the gym, the training center where we go and train, and I am still frustrated, guys. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to cap my frustration, which is like only opening and opening, right? And I'm trying to cap it, and it's still opening, and I'm like, oh my God, I just want to settle in and sit in this frustration for at least a few minutes so I can get my bearing. I did my training, it did about an hour and 15 minutes. I left, I went to the groceries, I came home, and now I have to go to my other friend house to do a hypnotherapy session. And so far all day, I'm kind of capping I'm in the capping of my frustration, and I'm trying to, put a lid on it and all of that. And I got to my friend's house to do this hypnotherapy session. Well, she's the hypnotherapist. She's training and learning, and I am her client. So I got there and she's like, "Oh, Jean, how are you? How are you today?" And I was like, "Girl, this energy, I don't know where it's coming from. It is kicking my ass. Like this energy is just, I feel like I'm being assaulted by the energy that is out here in the world. Are you feeling it?" Um, anyway, so I went on to tell her, I'm just feeling this way and that way, and I barely make it to my session today because the truth is I wanted to just sit down and nuss myself in some way. But here is the good news. We did our session. I did my session, and now I'm home, and I am feeling so much better. Like, I don't know. It's like it's, I don't know what happened. It's almost like this therapy session. She put me through a session where she was telling me to imagine, where I'm at on the couch and the distance where the floor was and the distance of the ceiling and the distance of, what is happening on my left side and the difference in what is happening on my right side. And all of a sudden, I feel myself. I wasn't feeling my body as much as I was in the sensing of my spirit, and how my spirit widen and take up the space, of my body. And I haven't told her this yet. I have to tell her. I'm gonna leave her a message when I get off here, because I am feeling so much lighter and so much better. So I'm saying all of this to say that throughout this day I've been having little reset all day with my feeling this heavy energy and this frustration. So I decide to really take a moment and to look up, to research what happens, what is certain tools you can use to reset yourself, to reset yourself emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So throughout the day, now that I am here, I'm recognizing. So this morning, the first reset I did, I reset myself on a spiritual level, right? I sat down. I went back to my Bible. Well, it's my mother's Bible, so I went back to read, to read a scripture there, to read a chapter in Psalms. And I don't know if you know about reading Psalms. Psalms is always talking about what enemy is out there, and I'm like, oh, my enemy, um, not physical people enemy, but all the things that is frustrating me. And so, and then I pray. So actually did a real nice reset in my spiritual realm. I had a nice reset there. And when I went for a walk with my friend, which is in that, so going for a walk, it is restoring it helped restore my mental clarity as well, right? So when you reset, you can restore your mental clarity. And what it says here about restoring your mental clarity, I do have some notes, and because sometimes it's important for me to write some notes, because it would help me with to share that with you. So there is five things that happens when you do a reset, right? When you do a reset, it can break your negative loop. Because when you're in a negative loop, you're stressing, you're frustrated, you're overthinking, and you're replaying the same pattern. When you interpret that, when you interpret it, you is it yeah interpret, if that's the right word. But when you take a break and just, you reset it. Let's use the word reset, because that's better for me. When you reset that, it really help calm down your nervous system. It give you a chance to calm down your nervous system. So one, a reset, it can break your negative loop, that overthinking all the time, you're stressing, and you're frustrated. This morning I was stuck in my frustration, and I really and truly had to reset on a spiritual realm. Now, when I took my walk with my friend, and we were walking in the forest, literally on the bank of the river, and we were just walking in the snow. So just imagine, there is snow, there is all the evergreen trees, the shrubs, and we also have all these nice, really tall pine, and we are walking through the pine. And from the time we left from one area of walking on the path where everybody walks, and we went to walk, we took a different trail into the trees, into the forest, and we walked right on the bank of the river. So we were walking, and the river is flowing down at the same time. It's all white because we're walking through the snow. And as we walk, it is so quiet, it is so surreal, and it is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. So in my walk, one of the things that I've done, it helped restore my mental clarity, right? I we were walking, we were talking about something, We were talking about things that wasn't relating to my frustration or wasn't relating to my upsetness. We were just talking, as two friends would do, about everyday life, where we are, what we are doing, what is happening, since we last catch up, right? So that helps a lot. Now, when I came back and I went out to do, like my physical training, when I went to the gym with a group of women. And while I'm in there and I'm lifting my weights, and I'm actually today helped me to really reset in a way where I was lifting heavier weights. So as I'm lifting heavier weight, I am actually really helping my physical body. It helps me to it gave me a bit of a more of a control, because as I lift, my mind is no longer chattering, so I'm taking care of my physical aspect of it. So when you reset it breaks a negative loop, it restore your mental clarity, it balance your emotional reactivity, so when we are totally stressed out and we have strong emotions, what really happen is that we tend to react impulsively, we tend to do all this, we react. Like when I arrived at my friend this evening, I was being dramatic, of course, but I was also wanting to lay it on her because she's the therapist, right? So I was like, all of this is happening. But, actually, she helped balance my energy. This whole hypnotherapy session, it actually helped me to balance my energy, because with her giving me the information of how to, as I listen to her, actually allow my body to expand, to give my body space from my all my other emotional body. Like, I got to have space from my physical body in itself, which is what I was really, I guess, desperate to have space from that physical body. So it actually helped me to expand and be in my other set of energy, as opposed to be so attached to my body, which feels so earthy and heavy, right? So it gave me space to expand from that. So it helped me balance my energy, and it actually gave me some, it helped me to reinforce my own control as well. So when you choose to reset, um, it can help you change the direction that you're in, right? It gives you a different kind of an agency. So resetting really and truly. So these are the five things that really helps you when you reset. Yeah, right? Because it you help reinforce your energy. It helps you balance your energy. It helps you release and reduce your emotional reactivity. It helps you restore the mental clarity, and it also helps you to break the negative loop. And the amount of things you can do to reset is just amazing. As I mentioned today, just in my day alone, I was resetting constantly. I was just resetting this frustration, this anger, this energy that is so heavy. And for me, I know that all this energy came from not only the email that frustrate me. There is so many things that is happening in the world that was actually frustrating me. I deep dive into Instagram, and there is just so many things that is going on that just basically it's almost like it's hitting you north and south, right? And like for me, you don't understand. Like for me personally, I didn't understand what all that energy was about, but I do know it has something to do with the wall I'm in, and it also has something to do with my frustration over reading one little email. And I am a grounded person. I'm a person of deep introspection. I am a person that is a deep reflective person. I like to reflect on things. I like to know why things are happening. So today, for me, all these little mini reset that I have done all day really helped me. It helped my nervous system. It helped my mental clarity. It helped me on a physical, in my physical body. It helped me on a spiritual level. So all the bodies, because if we have, like, there is, like the four direction of the world, the four direction, east, west, north, and south. Our body is made up of, our mental body, our spiritual body, our emotional body, and our physical body. Anyway, that's the way I see it. You may see it differently, but that's the way I see it. So usually when I talk about emotion, I would say something like emotional body. My emotional, people probably haven't healed their emotional body, as yet, or they, so things like that. This is the way that I speak a lot of the time. So today, for sure, I can honestly say that I have reset each and every one of these things. As I mentioned, from the time I wake up and I went back to reset, I reset my spiritual body, my spiritual self, right? I did a reset on that by reading the Bible and by praying. Now you can reset your spiritual body with all those things by meditation, by taking a few deep breaths. It doesn't really take a lot, but by being aware, you have to be aware of what it is that is happening in your system. And when you're aware of what is happening in your system, um, then you can do the reset. So you can reset by and if you don't want to pray, or you're not a godly person, you can reset by just, what are you grateful for? I'm so grateful that I actually wake up this morning. I'm grateful that I have my health. I'm grateful that I have food to eat. I'm grateful that my bed was very comfortable. I'm grateful that I can make a coffee and drink that. I'm grateful I can take my time, that I don't have to rush. I'm grateful that my friend is coming to visit me. So you can speak in those ways and in those terms. You do not have to spend a lot of time trying to figure out how to pray. Or the other thing that I did today, as a matter of fact, I love Soma breath work, and but I haven't been doing it. It's something that I aspire to do, that I really want to do. My desire to do breath work is huge, and it's a deep desire for me. So what I did, the first thing I saw really on my feed this morning is there's a 5-day free breathwork challenge, and I wouldn't want to call breathwork a challenge, but anyways, I would say breathwork session. And I signed up for that 5-day free breathwork session because I know that that is going to help me. That is going to bring another tool into my arsenal, into my toolbox, into my medicine kit, so that I can use and practice as I go along. So first thing this morning, I reset with my spiritual body, and then I reset with my mental body, my mental health, my mental energy, my mental system, however you want to call it, give it a name. I am here for it. I reset with that by going on a walk, and not only going on a walk in the woods, by the river, in the snow, with a dog and a friend. That alone, brought me so much joy, right? So it takes away all my, mental nonsense because I'm out in nature. So that helped me with my mental body, with my mental self, right? That really did help me a lot. And then I actually I went to the gym to work out with a group of women and do some really heavy lifting. And that really helped my physical body. my whole body, because I did, a whole body workout today. So that helped my whole body. And the other thing that I did is I went for a hypnotherapy session, which helped my emotional body. But it also tied into it, not only helped my emotional body, it helped my spiritual body, and it helped me clear, it helped me to have a bigger sense in my mental state, right? So those are little things that you can do to reset. And I would go over it again. You can reset your spiritual body by having a prayer. It actually, I would say that um, the hypnotherapy session actually helped with my nervous system as well. Because when I was in the session, I can feel, all my nerves and my cells. It's like they were chattering, it was like I've been like having little current in my body running through my body. And I can feel just the current, the energy of the current in my body. So I know for sure that that helped me in a nervous, it helped my nervous system really well as well. And it helped me with all the other things. So deep breathing, sleep, taking a pause. And again, hypnotherapy was like taking a pause. No, I'm not telling you to go out and take hypnotherapy, but the truth is you can actually find a nice little hypnotherapy session on YouTube. It's out there. You can just turn on YouTube and listen to a session, and actually that would help you really and truly, really work with the nervous system. So I recommend because at first I was thinking, oh, I'm doing hypnotherapy. You probably don't do that, but you can also do yoga nidra as well. Yoga nidra as well is something that really helps calm the nervous system and calm your body and can put you into a different state of rest, right? Meditation can do that as well. And guys, this is not things you have to go out and look for. These are things that you have right there in your phone. You can just go onto YouTube, look up yoga nidra. You can look up hypnotherapy. You can look up um, meditation. You can look up breath work. All of these things is at your fingertip. All of these things is things you're carrying, So when you go on Instagram and all the shit that is going on there piss you off or get you upset, you can always just take yourself over to YouTube and look for something that can calm your mental health and your mental spirit, right? So I'm not asking for you to do anything really hard. I'm just saying there are ways that you can reset. You can reset any aspect of yourself any time in the day, because you can take a moment to go for a walk. You can take a moment to have a deep breathing. You can take a moment to pause and acknowledge what is happening. You can take a moment, if you're not at work, you can take a moment to hydrate yourself. Also, hydration, have some water. If you don't like drinking water, put some, you can put some, have some vitamin water, or put some lemon in your water, or some cucumber in your water, or some ginger in your water. There's all these little things you can do to make yourself feel better. Because when you reset, it helps you break negative loop. It gives you a mental clarity. It helps you reduce your emotional reactivity, which is, I was basically in that today, but I calmed down. It helped balance your energy, and it also helped you to have some control over where you are, how you are, and what you're doing, right? So I'm going to leave this here today with you guys. I have had a lot of fun today in my own frustration, and I can honestly tell you that I am not feeling any of that in this moment. Everything about me feels nice and calm and settled, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm grateful for the understanding of the fact that I have done a lot of little reset all day, and which is why I am here calm, and my frustration is not taking 3 and 4 days for me to get over. As a matter of fact, you would think the kind of frustration I felt and the kind of energy I was feeling earlier, you would think that would stay with me for a week or two, but no, I already break the pattern of that. And I'm telling you that you too can break that pattern. So remember to reset. Take a moment to breathe. Take a moment to pause. Check out a hypnotherapy session on YouTube if it's not available for you anywhere else. Do some meditation. Sit quietly. Pause. Listen to what's happening. Hear what your mind, your thoughts is saying. Listen to that for a moment, and but most of all, be good to yourself. And I would leave this here by telling you to do less and to be more of who you want to be. Awareness is going to get you into more of who you want to be. So do less and be more. Alrighty? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to like my channel, and really send this video, share this video with your friend. The one that is all over the place, share this video with them. It would help them anonymously. Is it anonymously? Anyways, you don't care, right? It would help them a lot. It would help them a lot. Anyways, I'm going to stop this video. And as I tell you, I am learning to edit. I'm not there yet. I'm learning. So I'll leave you off right here. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Do less and be more of who you are.